Hennessy Performance League. Tonight, unfortunately, our great friend and great pal, Speed Racer, will not be able to make it to tonight's race. But have no fear because Jake is not alone because we have someone who is going to be filling in for Speed. And this, I think this is actually our first time you've ever got a chance to do booth. But,
Yes,
uh,
it is.
but please help me welcome Furchinator. Furch, welcome to the booth tonight, man.
Thanks for having me. Hopefully, we have a great league. Hopefully, we have a great time for this race. I mean, all these dudes have been pretty good this year. This year in the last race, from what we've seen.
Oh. Yeah, absolutely, and of course, definitely we gotta definitely send our props out to everyone who's gonna be involved with tonight's race. But if in case you guys missed the first race, once when we got things started at Bahrain, it was Carlos Sainz who actually made his Hennessy debut, and I can honestly tell you it was a very dominating performance. Especially if you are a Carlos Sainz fan, which I'm pretty sure a lot of us are going to be intrigued by what this man could be able to do, especially with how fast he was. But unfortunately, he will not be able to make it to tonight's race. But even though he won't be able to make it, I mean, he's still going to be part of everything that we have in store for us. But before I even continue, I want to get a chance to welcome in someone who is pretty much our Larry Mack of the F1. Someone who I'm very glad to get a chance to help us out, especially when it comes to the strategies. And I feel bad for his ears because he'll be wearing his earbuds all night. But thank you, Mr. AlwaysJokerr. Welcome to the booth once again, man.
You sound good to us right now. Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, but
It's not shared. Voice is shared now. Hello. Yeah, we're excited for the race. Saudi.
Oh yeah.
A lot of overtaking points, and I can finally
Saudi.
join the race and see how the race will go.
Yeah. Saudi Arabia
exactly.
is not that easy of a track.
And correct me if I'm wrong, this is one of the newer tracks in F1 series, correct?
Yes, I think it
Yes.
joined in 2020 or 2021, one of the years.
2021. Yes.
2021. Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's only second year on the schedule.
And of course, something that we definitely got to give credit for is, we talked about it. Fistbuster was trying to be able to chase down Carlos Sainz last week. Did not get it done, but he did finish podium, so yet that was great for him. But now that Carlos Sainz is out of tonight's race, that could mean a lot for these different drivers and these different teams. I'm very
Oh
excited
yeah, for sure.
I'm very excited to see what we can see from these drivers. Joker, I know you're going to be able to have your factor in, especially with how unique Saudi Arabia is. So, what is so unique about this racetrack? Okay, we'll give Joker
Joker.
here in a few moments. But first, it seems like you know a little bit of thing or two about Saudi Arabia. So, give us your thoughts about the racetrack.
I mean, this track, it's a nice track. It's got a lot of speed to it because there's a lot of flowing corners. Hardest corners are probably the S's in the first couple corners, and then you also have the two long. You have that one. You have a hairpin right before the pit straight, and a long couple corners that they have. Um, One guy I kind of want to highlight is also Jackson Altman, who got second, who qualified second, had a very good race, and ended up spinning out right before one of the restarts earlier on during that race.
Very well said. Well, of course, we have our power rankings as far as the Divisional 1 power rankings. Uh, Round 1, Chico Perez. 2, Fistbuster. 3, AK. 4, Killer. 5, Tiger. 6, the Porsche Dude. 7, Electric Blade. 8, Riley. 9, Person. And 10, Always Electric. Let me give you guys, as far as the driver standings at the moment, Carlos Sainz in first, representing Aston Martin. Fistbuster in second, representing Williams. And of course, third in the McLaren, aka Unleaded. Of course, both Alpines and Killer and Riley And of course, Porchy Dude in 6th, Tiger NASCAR in 7th, Electric Blades in 8th, Pearson 9th, and Always Electric 10th. So, talk about a very great race for those who have finished in the top 10. First, you got a chance to watch last week's race with us. Give us your thoughts on what we saw from last week and what we could be seeing here tonight.
Um, I mean, last week there was definitely a lot of carnage, especially into that first corner. As we saw, I mean, I think Buick was the one that crashed out first corner. He crashed out first lap with that whole issue. This track is a bit different. I know that, but there is also the factor of that first corner. You get those first lap jitters, and I know last race there was a lot of good wheel to wheel racing that we saw throughout the entire thing with I think it was Killer and AK who had a really good battle last race. There was a couple other ones that were pretty decent, but I'm hoping we see more of that again today.
And of course, Joker, something that we definitely got to talk about is that you know a thing or two about Saudi Arabia. So, what is one of the parts that the drivers are going to have to be aware of here?
I think it's just the overtaking zones. A lot of this track is really high speed, especially that long front straight. DRS will play a factor, so really just the high speed. It's a really difficult track, but also a really quick track as well.
And talk about a really high-speed track. We'll definitely see that here tonight as we are less than a few moments away until we get things started at qualifying. And of course, definitely got to give our thoughts as far as what we're going to be seeing tonight. Joker, I know you technically didn't get a chance to watch last week's race with us, but because you was out. But the one thing that we definitely heard was the amount of impact that Fistbuster and AK Letta had made into the top 3. So, who is one of the drivers that you're keeping an eye on tonight, regardless of the McLarens or not?
I'll keep an eye on Porchy. I mean, he didn't really show the pace that I was expecting, but I think he'll rebound this week. Really good result.
All right. And of course, first and there, I gotta give your thoughts. Is there anyone in particular that you're keeping an eye on tonight? I mean, something that I definitely do got to bring up is that the Ferraris, the Heredia God and Tiger NASCAR, two of the most dominating drivers, road course drivers in NASCAR. They have had a struggling Bahrain race in the first race of the season. Do you think that things might change a bit tonight?
Um, Definitely. Honestly, my dark horse guy to watch, if you really do want to see someone have a great bounce back, is Heredia. I feel like he's definitely got a weight. I feel like he's definitely got, last week, you could see he got screwed over with his pit strategies from his team, Ferrari not having the best team communication. But let's hope. I'm looking to see a lot better pit strategies and a lot better race from him today.
I mean, something that I definitely really got to think about is that last week, in case you guys didn't watch last week's race, Heredia had about, 5, maybe 6 pit stops in the entire time. And, Joker was surprised about it. I was surprised about it. Everyone else was. But I think what Fortuner can definitely agree with is that, he is definitely trying to be able to prove something. I mean, him and Tiger NASCAR, like I mentioned, two dominate road course drivers. That was not the case. But the thing is, if they want to be able to step up, I mean, you got to be able to take on both Killer and Riley. Those two had a phenomenal race, especially finishing up in the top 10 last week.
Yes, it's very nice having teammates be in the top five. Both of them actually.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Top
That's
five.
right.
Killer team the team owner. But as I want to say, how you're talking about with the Ferraris being very good at road courses in NASCAR Heat 5, that is a big factor. But also, the thing is, NASCAR Heat 5's physics is a lot different compared to F1. We got to think about there.
I mean, not only that, but I mean, something that I definitely do want to talk about is that in I can't stress enough, and I'm hoping this ain't no broadcast curse, but let's talk about the Red Bull real quick. We talked about Fistbuster finishing the top 3, but there was one driver who also should have finished in the top 3 as well. I'm talking about Jackson Altman. During that race, he was up there. He was up there the entire time. He was trying to be able to get out to both Fist and Carlos Sainz at one point. He even got just led a couple of laps, but something happened on one of the final turns, and it pretty much just costed his whole race. Do you think Jackson will bounce back from last week into tonight's race, Joker?
I mean, it's really like a pick 'em, honestly, as KD has joined the lobby. It's really just a pick 'em because like Jackson can show the pace, but when it comes down to the latter moments, just like last week, can he stay consistent, not make those mistakes? So I don't know. It
Mhm.
just depends. Saudi's been, I feel like every F1 league has had pretty hectic races here at Saudi, so I don't expect anything different.
I mean, not only that, but yeah, there's something I do want to talk about, and I think we all talked about the really huge rivalry. I wouldn't say huge, but it started becoming a rivalry between both Always Electric and I think it was Perch, correct?
It was
Person, yeah,
person,
yeah,
yes,
Person.
person
Do
on
you
the
think?
heat side.
Do you think we'll see more of that aggressive style racing from both drivers if they do battle for position tonight?
I mean, I think if there's no contact, it won't happen. But as soon as there's a little contact, then you know, two hot-tempered drivers, and then that gets brought up. Oh, you did this at Auto Club. Well, I'm gonna race you a little bit harder. So
Yeah.
I don't think it will. It just depends on where they are on track and how the circumstance suits for them, honestly.
And I think the lobby is definitely currently updating, so yeah, it will be a good chance to go and qualifying here in just a few short moments. One driver I definitely got to talk about, and I hate to be able to bring it up after a horrendous race he had, Brinkerhoff. We've seen him, pretty much get involved into like a lot of incidents, mostly because either his tires are hot or pretty much didn't get the turn right. Do you think that Brinkerhoff can be able to get a chance to do something tonight and try to be able to work things out for him and his team? Uh,
Um,
yeah, first, yeah,
or-
right.
Yeah, we'll first it. Yeah.
I mean, from what I saw last week, I mean, from compared to what I think will happen this week, I feel like he's going to definitely do better. How much better, though, is a question, because I don't really know how much of it was more of just him not being him with the issues of just like the traction or the issues of everything else, because I don't really know exactly. I'm hoping he does a lot better,
Yeah.
but we'll have to see.
And fans, if you guys get a chance to join us here, this is pretty much my first time. I've never got a chance to call a race, and I even got a chance to watch a race from Jeddah. It's going to be very beautiful. As you can see, the track is beautiful. I really like this nighttime field, but I don't think we'll get a chance to see it. It'll probably be during the daytime, knowing us. But we'll have to see. I don't really think we'll see any rain for that matter. But then again, we'll be really shocked if we do see any rain here. Joker, any strategies for qualifying here in just a few short moments? All right, I think he's currently busy at the moment. Fortunator, do you have any strategies that you think these drivers need to do as far as qualifying?
Um, Really, honestly, just make sure you use your ERS properly. From when I was doing qualifying here just a little bit ago, I was thinking that softs were probably the fastest tire, especially for right now, depending on what you want to qualify on. But it's really up to the driver's preference. But yeah, it's really just a lot of ERS management on those main straights and trying to keep as close as possible in those corners to get as much to get every tenth possible.
And there you see it, ladies and gentlemen. The qualifying is now officially started. We have less than about 18 minutes before we find out who is going to be our starting 19th here tonight. I do see a Ashton Martin and a couple of Haas. I think we see a couple of drivers that are getting ready to come out. We see Riley in the Alpine. Is it Alpine or Alpine? My apologies on that.
It's Alpine.
Alpine.
It's Alpine. Yeah, you
Alpine
got that.
in the Alpine machine. Uh, I
Looks as though Carman is taking Carlos Hines' spot for today, I think.
Uh, AKA Freedom Flyer. Glad to see him get a chance to race. He's going to be filling in. He definitely got a lot of shoes to fill, especially after that tremendous win last week. But that will be the case. We see a couple of drivers. I'm going to be keeping an eye on Riley at the moment. We do see him out there with his outlap. Um, Joker,
Oh, and Carman's one.
Joker, do you have any type of strategies these drivers will have to do as far as qualifying?
No, same thing. It'll be like this pretty much all season unless it's a rain race. All the drivers will be using soft compound tires, and then they'll switch to either the mediums or the hards during the race for the start. It looks like an Alfa Romeo is spun.
Oh boy.
Wait,
Brinkerhoff's
so
going around.
how many laps did you say this one was?
25.
25 laps? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Knowing that sounds as though
Oh!
the medium seemed like a good idea.
Brinkerhoff out of the session. He was looping it around and got into the wall. He will start at the back of the grid as long as everyone just gets a lap in.
Yeah, Brinkerhoff, who we talked about earlier, hoping to have a better race. That does not help out.
That was a broadcast jinx, so Brinkerhoff, if you're watching this, I do
Sorry,
apologize.
Brinkerhoff.
I mean, I was trying to be able to talk about the stories going into tonight's race at Jeddah, but yet you guys can check it out on the track map on how incredible this track can be. A lot of fast spots here. I mean, you definitely have to be careful as far as using the DRS here. And when
Yeah,
to be
the
able
only
to
thing
use
scary about this track is how tight it is. Like if we saw in real life the Mick Schumacher crash, how devastating that was, and just there's no room for error.
Wait,
What happened to Freedom?
Oh, he spun
He
out.
spun out.
Yeah, he spun
Looks
out.
like Carman spun again.
That is freedom.
Oh yeah, Carman.
Yeah, that is
same
Freedom.
person. My bad. I keep calling him Carman because that's his
Well,
PSN.
if you are an OG and what happened, something just happened. I think there's a slow car, but anyways, they got it back. Oh, and Freedom spun again.
Oh no.
My.
He does not have a wing anymore, so he's pretty much just trying to limp
man.
it back to the pits.
That's those cold tires for you. Sorry to cut you off. That's those cold tires, as we talked, or those warm tires. Once you spin out, it's really difficult to get the temps back up. So he just needs to take his time and not loop it around, get to pit road, get it front wheel change, and then get back out there.
Riley's having a good time right now, looks like.
I'm gonna ride along with Freedom Flyer here, and he hit the outside wall. You can see how tight these turns are gonna be. This is gonna be. Oh, it is spun again.
Alan put put the first lap as a 131.
That is gonna. He is gonna start last car man with a lot of damage right there.
Ooh.
Oh my God!
Riley with a second faster than Alan.
Yeah, Let me go ahead and have the time thing on. I forgot to be able to get a chance to do that. My apologies. The lap data. But yeah, my apologies on that one. I was too busy focusing on Freedom Flyer. But yeah, Riley takes over with a 1.30. Jackson Ullman with the fastest lap with a 1.29. And of course, go ahead.
So, quick question first. Was Fortnite in the first race or was he not in the first race? I can't remember.
I think he was in the second race. I think this might be his debut, but we do see someone having some issues in Sector 1. Looks like a Mercedes. I don't know.
Fortnite's into the pits. Person still out on his lap, it looks like.
Just want to point out, if you can get to KD, he set the fastest Sector 2 time. Purple sector, he's coming to the line now.
Yep.
Could be pole for the Williams.
That's something we don't hear in a while.
Yep, KD with the fastest 1.293.
Wow, exactly 3/10 up.
So is Fortnite filling in for Fistbuster?
Fistbuster
KD
was
is filling in for the 18.
Okay.
Will be called the 8.
Okay.
For me.
Yes.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Very well said. Looks like we see a Haas that is electric blade. You can see how struggling these, not only just the turns, but like Joker mentioned, those freshly warm softs that these drivers are gonna have to use. They have to be careful. But I'm keeping an eye on KD right now. KD is looking pretty fast out there. And
and AK just invalidated his lap.
I'm saying so far, Joker, both of the drivers had not got a chance to have the laps in. And if you guys are just now tuning in, we already have so far about 5 drivers that have put in their times in. Katie, and it looks like we do have Hayes Clay with a 1.30, 1.32 in person.
Oh, wow.
With a 1.3185.
Is there anyone that's surprised? So, Jake, would you say is there anyone surprising you right now with their time?
Really and truly, I'm really impressed with Riley. I mean, he's carrying that momentum going into this race, and I expect something out of Killer. And it looks like there's an Aston Martin right there. Is that Car? No, that's not Carman, but
That
it's
would be
someone.
Person. Carmen's already out.
I'll say yeah, it'll be Person. But back to what I was saying, I am really impressed to see Riley getting up there. Got a fast car, but he's going to be able to have a tough time. But yet, for anyone who is a Ferrari fan, both Tiger NASCAR and Heredia God have not got a chance to make their times in yet. I think Heredia God is doing what he did last week.
Heredia is about to set up his lap right now.
Well, I mean, if you tune into the Bahrain race last week, there, ladies and gentlemen, you know that during the qualifying session, something that Joker pointed out to me was really good strategy is that before he can be able to make his full laps in, he tries to get those tires all warm, gets a chance to have them set up, and pretty much you see him running there with a 1.31, and we see a lot of yellows right there. I think those are slow cars trying to be able to get their tires prepared. Go ahead.
One thing that I was gonna say is a team that really kind of underperformed last week that you kind of want to see do better. Oh wait, what just happened?
The Mercedes is spun out of Mr. Hex.
As I was just about to say, the Mercedes underperformed last week. Hopefully they can do better this week. Both of them, I think, ended up crashing out last week.
No, but I think Mr. Hex is having the same struggle that Freedom is because you've seen him spun out as much as he did, and this lap, no matter if he crossed the back to start finish line, this lap's not going to be validated at all.
Yeah, a lot of these corners, a lot of these faster corners have a definite amount of chance of spinning out, especially with these newer type cars with the ground effect being the main thing that they try to use for their downforce. You're gonna have a lot more people spinning out from just sheer speed.
Yeah. And real quick though, ladies and gentlemen, we are less than about 9 minutes and 30 seconds until the qualifying session will end. So far, you see half of our field has not even got a chance to make their stops yet. But we do see Always Electric, someone that we've been keeping an eye on as far as the points wise. Definitely had a really great start to the season, and he's trying to be able to carry that in that AlphaTauri. But let's see if you can be able to do it.
Heredia's back into the pits.
Yeah. So far, I'm seeing the one, like before, I got to give props to Riley, but if there's one driver I also got to give props to is Dallin, down on 7th. I think he is a Haas. Correct me if I'm wrong, but
Yes, he is a Haas.
I mean, he's the only Haas in the top 10, and he needs to be able to do something, especially if you're the captain for it.
Another person making their debut, Spin and Win.
Mm-hmm.
He's making his debut for the race as Killer. Could not make it this week.
Yep, I am back. One thing I wanted to point out was that we're already halfway through this session, and about half the grid still hasn't even set a lap. Fortnite, which is Nicholas Latifi from last season, starting his lap now.
Fortnite is Latifi, okay.
Yes.
Okay. And
the Season 3 champion.
Yep.
Also, I think he was number 1 or 2 in our preseason power rankings.
Yeah, he was. He was number 1. Oh, but the Electric hits the outside wall, but
there goes that tight track.
Electric's not going to be able to make a lap in. He's coming down to the pits, but let's go ahead and focus on Latifi at the moment, as he is currently. Oh, what happened?
Big bobble from him. Oh, and he invalidated.
Yep, invalidated lap. Yep.
Clay with the fastest lap. Wow.
1.29.1.
Wow.
Very impressive from Clay. He is not playing any games. He is focused on getting himself a win tonight. And look at that. Awesome stuff from Hayes Clay.
Right now I'm checking in on Spin and Win, seeing how he's doing. He's about to finish his first lap. I think Hex is near his lap 2. Oh no, Spin and Win spun out. He just hit the wall.
Yeah.
Hex is on his out lap. Spin and Win's not on a lap yet either.
That's the only issue with this track. It's so tight that if you try to get those,
Jesus,
that's not good. Yeah, everyone's spinning at this track. I wonder what's up with the grip here.
Electric Blade goes P5.
Oh,
there you go. Talk about that.
I don't know if this is with the game or this is just in general with the drivers, with so many people spinning out or so many people having spins and screwing themselves up.
I mean, the problem is, and this is what Joker mentioned earlier, unless we see a couple of drivers slowing down a little bit, is that those freshly warmed tires are not going to be able to do anything. So you're going to have to be very crucial on your as far as, oh, AK
Oh,
spins.
AK spun again. Oh,
Oh
unfortunately, I
my
could back out of
god.
it.
And as I was saying before we saw AK spun, don't hit the wall, thank you very much, is that these warm
That's
tires
no point.
are pretty much your enemy at this point right now. Oh my gosh, and we're seeing a lot of it. Two drivers already starting in the back, both Freedom and Brinkerhoff.
I mean,
Eh,
from what we're seeing right now, it looks as though there's going to be at least one caution for sure.
and
Spinning went out.
oh my
Yep.
gosh.
AK out as
AK
well.
retired. I think a lot of these guys just realize that they're not going to get their lap in time, or that they're just having issues with their cars and just trying to figure out what's wrong with them.
I do think they had some sort of incident. I don't know if it was together, but
Spinning when I saw going to the pits. I think he just retired after that.
okay.
Yeah.
Tiger's on a lap now.
Do not know what happened with
Purple
AK
sector
there.
2. He's flying.
Latifi.
Fortnite Racing retired.
Oh, there was a wreck. The Red Bull.
Oh.
The Red Bull wrecked as well on Tiger's
Oh,
screen.
he is right in the middle of the track. That should be a red flag there, but this game doesn't have red flags.
No. And real quick, I'm going to keep an eye out on KD, who's currently on his out lap. You know he wants to be able to get that point, that pole position with less than 5 minutes left, and already half a field
my.
out with his
Tiger.
Hex is setting a beater of a lap right
P3.
now. As Hex gets a 130, he puts himself into 8th place.
5 minutes left until the qualify session ends. And real quick, I definitely want to check out our comment section. Joker said, or sorry, not Joker, but Jose says, my prediction is pole is Tiger. Always Electric's going to make it 2 for AlphaTauri dubs today. AlphaTauri is going 1 and 2 for what Jose said.
Oh my! That D2 race today was it was something for sure.
I don't know. I mean, we'll definitely have to take a look and see. As, oh boy, we see a couple of cars going side by side. Something happening in Sector 3 at the moment.
Yep, looks like one of the AlphaTauris, or not AlphaTauris, Aston Martins is off the track.
Less than 4 minutes.
Person.
Sorry to interrupt you, but less than 4 minutes left until the qualifying session does end. And KD, I'm keeping an eye on KD at this point. I mean, he's currently trying to be able to get the fastest lap. Hayes Clay is currently on the pole.
Oh, Tiger! Spin it out. He's out.
Oh, no.
He got his lap in at least, so he does still have his lap. He's not starting last.
No, I don't know about that. I mean, he could be starting in the back.
His lap will stay.
His lap will still
stay,
count.
but the max he'll fall to is 11th because like everyone behind him is DNF'd or hasn't set a lap yet. So
yeah. What was
it's just a thing of survival for Buick or Buick Electric Worm. If you can just get a lap in, you could start P11 compared to the P19.
Oh man.
Yeah. But going off of that D2 race, there was only 6 drivers and only 3 of them ended up finishing.
Jesus. And sorry to interrupt you, but fortunately, KD's lap time is going to be invalidated. And there's 3 drivers who have not made their way out there until I say that Warmel is currently out there
Buick
right now.
is still in the pits. Wormel does have an invalidated lap.
Jesus.
If that does change anything. Buick's still in the pits as Electric is out on his out lap right now.
And
You gotta wonder when Buick will come out the pits and actually make his lap time.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, this could be playing some sort of strategy, but either way, though, regardless of Buick going out to the pits, he will start higher than AK. But the question is, though, can Buick be able to have a good run compared to last week when we got involved into some sort of crazy incident at the start of the race?
And Electric's into the pits.
Oh boy! And of course, I'm keeping an eye on Dallin. Oh, something happened in sector.
But yeah,
3.
I know. Our man Joker here is definitely hoping that Buick gets out there in time, because being your guys' team owner, you gotta kind of have the best strategies possible for your boys.
Yep. I get on board with KD. He improved on his time by about 1/10 and a half. He's sideways.
That does not help.
No, not one bit.
Don't know if he's improving. He's in the DRS zone now, which is
And he does have Clay right behind him on his outlap.
Clay won't affect him for DRS.
Oh no!
Oh.
It seemed that corner has That corner's knocked out so many people.
Oh my god.
KD will be done. He'll probably be in the top 5. He'll be ahead of
Oh.
Tiger for sure. He won't have enough time to get back into the pit, so KD's qualifying session is over.
How many?
Oh my god.
That's like the 5th or 6th person that's crashed at that corner. Someone get the rubber out there so we can actually get some grip.
I don't know, but ladies and gentlemen, real quick, we have less than 1 minute left until we get a chance to reveal our starting grid. I'm keeping an eye on Always Electric. He is currently out there. KD will
KD is
retire,
officially retired.
but if things go his way, he will be starting up front. But I think after what we saw, I think these drivers, whoever's out there, is
Allen
needs to be careful.
Retired. Oh, Allen up into 8th place now with 29.9 for his retirement.
And just think about this, though, is that the Haas will be starting up inside the top 10. They definitely need to have a really great run after last week's Bahrain race. Oh, boy.
I wonder where Buick is. Cause I still
Yeah,
haven't
he's
seen
still
him
in
come
pit road. I don't think he's here. Oh, someone spun out. Looks like it's
Oh.
the Williams or an Alpine.
out. It was
Porchy. Riley's out.
Riley has conceded the session so far.
Parson retired from the session.
out.
I think all these people are retiring, just realizing they probably weren't going to
made a
improve.
mistake.
Yeah, they
Look,
probably weren't going to
get on board with Hay. It's Clay. Purple
Yeah.
sector 2. He's up 3/10.
And he did not spin out at that one corner that everyone's going
Buick
out at.
retired, so he's going to be starting
Oh.
15th. But let's go ahead and get back to Hayes Clay, as time did expire. But these drivers who are still
Qualifying
out
has
there
officially ended.
have less than 3 minutes left. Ken Clay can be able to beat his fastest time. I don't really think no, he does it 1:28.6.
Oh, wow. Wow.
1:28.6. Wow.
I think that's a 7/10 upgrade,
And
something like that.
and I'm keeping an eye on our
7/10
main.
clear.
Yeah, for sure.
No time for electric, so unfortunately, I think he may end up starting 14th.
Yeah, it looks as though all the guys that you talked about, Buick, Electric, and Wormel, were not able to do anything there. So,
No.
another commentator's curse.
Hey, we'll try not to
Oh
bring
my
those.
goodness.
Oh boy.
We win
Get
some, we
on board
lose.
with Jackson Altman. Purple sector 2, 5/10 up.
Oh my
boy.
goodness, 5/10 up. Wait, could he do it? Could
He's
he
the
end up
only
getting
car
pole?
that can stop Clay
Hey.
right now. Electric Blade is done.
Could he
Hey,
get pole?
clear comms. We got to be able to have clear comms on this one because this is something that we got to be able to check out.
Oh,
soon.
Hex passed person. Hex is in 9th.
No, he's not gonna be able to pass it, but he does
He's up
start
in
Jackson goes P2.
Wow.
P2 for Jackson Altman. Wow.
That's a great bounce back considering last week. Very good way to start it off.
Wow.
He only beat him by .07.
Still 7/10 clear. Clay with a lap. I've never seen this pace out of Clay.
Real quick,
Clay
I
with
don't,
the hacks? Question mark.
I don't know who is someone here, but they said if no one changed tire pressures after the patch, it's gonna be a bad night. Whoever did switch it up will run away. Is what
I do not know who Fat Philly is, but that
No.
definitely will say something.
He is one of the former drivers here.
Okay.
He raced in the Formula 2 when we had that race, and a few other races as well.
I feel like he knows what he's talking about, definitely. Yeah, the new update. Yeah, there was a recent update. That is true. So that might have done something. So it might be better the game too, as well as those heated up tires. Because once you heat it up, it's hard to cool them back down.
I don't know, but the one thing I can assure you guys is that I never seen that many cars getting retired after just that one little patch right there. That
It was
really
at the
amazed
same
me.
corner too.
Yeah, I don't know what to say about that, but these drivers are going to have to be very careful, and this could be pretty much dicey going into the first lap of this race. Real quick, before we get things started, Joker, who really impressed you out there before we get started?
Clay. I don't think he scored points last week. On the pole today, no Carlos Sainz. So if he can get this win, he'll be even with him on points, and then it'll be a straight fight in round 3. So did we make our picks yet? Oh,
I think
No,
we already did
Private
to start the
lights.
race.
no.
Is this the
And
formation?
and the
This is
green
the
lights are
formation.
out, and away we
Oh.
go here at Saudi Arabia. You see
Oh.
the predicted pit
Oh,
stop
and
strategy.
I think Brinkerhoff's in the wall, or someone knocked into him.
Oh boy.
Clay. Oh my God,
First,
Clay.
oh,
Oh, someone spun.
Williams.
Someone spun.
Williams.
Wormel spun, or Hex spun. Hex spun.
Oh my God.
There is a yellow. No one managed to hit him somehow.
But Clay is not by himself because he can
But
see.
yeah, Clay did not score points last week.
But real quick
Oh,
though.
the McLaren's out.
Oh, McLaren's
Buick.
out.
Wait, Buick crashed out?
No, he didn't
Oh
crash
no,
out.
Buick's just in the wall.
He's still there. He is
He
still
still
there.
has a wing too. Surprising.
Don't jinx it right now, but let's go ahead and get back to the front where we see Hayes Clay and the AlphaTauri, Jackson Allman and Red Bull. There we see KD in the Williams.
Got Blade in fourth. Blade in fourth. Those top four guys are really close to each other. Starting to make a break away from the pack. In fifth place, Riley.
Oh, Blade's
Oh, Blade's crashed out, or not crashed out. Blade is spun.
Oh my God. He's
Blade is
ghosted.
back into last.
He's ghosted.
Oh, Hex is around again.
Oh, Hex has lost his wing.
What did we?
Never mind. It looks as though Blade might have just passed Hex.
What did we just see?
We have just seen what that
And
guy
the
was talking.
full course safety car is out.
Oh
After
my
that,
God.
Big
So
breaks for.
I don't know if Fat Philly's a guru or something like that, but this man has just predicted everything perfectly right now.
Please don't mention him in the comment. So please don't mention him yet. Thank you though, Mr. Philly. But first, we got to be able to get back on this because
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. But like Joker said, full safety card, full course safety card is out tonight, and our first time tonight after what we
I
saw.
think it's just a VSC. I think it's just a VSC because there's no safety car out.
Yeah, it doesn't show the safety car right now.
Okay,
Yes, that was a VSC, so they're back under racing now.
Brinkerhoff and Hex are both in the pits right now.
Yes, I think Brinkerhoff did get a 5-second penalty for going into the pits too fast, and
Oh, someone spun out.
Oh, AK's dead. AK's dead.
AK. No. Yeah, you see it.
Jeez, this track is unruly today.
Oh my God! And yeah, this is just lap 2, and yeah, we're not even getting started. We just now got started. Oh my gosh! Back to the front we go. We see the battle between Jackson Altman and KD. KD's trying to be able to find a way to be able to pass Jackson Altman, but
Clay with a commanding lead right now. Wow.
I think Hayes Clay is walking on sunshine right now, but yet don't jinx it for sure. Definitely do got to give credit where credit's due. I mean, KD is looking incredible as we do see someone looks like it could be it was Brinkerhoff once again. He is parked right in I don't know what turn that is.
That looks as though it's the last corner out of the S's.
And Hayes Clay with the first fastest lap is at 1.34 in the mediums. Let's go ahead and show you guys what tires these drivers are on. I think they're all on mediums, but I don't know really for sure. Yeah, looks like all of them are on mediums except for Mr.
Blade with the fastest lap.
Yeah, I'll say the first 15th are on mediums at the moment. And we see the only amount of stops so far. The biggest mover has to go to Person, who is currently up in 5th, gaining up 5 spots. But the biggest loser out of that was Electric Blade, losing 8 spots. As Person does get a 3-second time penalty, multiple
Actually,
warnings.
I think biggest mover is Fortnite Racing. He moved up 6. Him and Freedom Flyer.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Fortnite Racing, aka
Nicholas
Latifi.
he's up 7 spots now, just past Allen.
I'll say Nicholas Latifi, like I said, former champion here in F1. Driving in that beautiful Red Bull, which hopefully will give you some wings if you're going to be Jackson Allman in Fortnite.
Man,
I just want to point out here, Riley's in P4.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh
no, Katie!
Oh my God.
And there goes the wing.
Oh,
that's the wing. Oh, and there's a VSC. It looks like again.
Oh my God.
Oh
my God.
my! Luckily, he was still ghosted there.
Oh my God.
VSC again.
Oh my.
This track?
Heredia
Really?
Heredia looked like as though he was about to just